Dear AskWeb TV viewer, welcome to this special Soil Day interview. Yesterday in Koulikoro, Malian region, the second edition World Soil Day celebration was held at the IPR-IFRA of Katibougou, the Rural Polytechnic Institute for Training and Applied Research. The theme was clear: healthy soils for healthy cities. To talk about the success and the impact of this important day, we have with us in the studio today Dr. Jeremiah Rogito, Soil Values representative from AGRA, a key partner in the celebration. Thanks for coming, Doctor.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for accepting our invitation.
Thank you very much. I'm really honored to be here.
Okay. The first question is, yesterday you were with the delegation and you see the different activities which held at the celebration. So what is your impression on the celebration of World Soil Day that took place yesterday in Mali at the IPR-IFRA of Katibougou?
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. And really, it's a privilege for me to be part of this discussion as we take stock on what happened yesterday at the second edition of the World Soil Day celebration here in Mali. As you rightly know, that the World Soil Day is celebrated each year on the 5th of December, and the 2025 edition in Mali took place on the 10th of December 2025 right here in Mali and in Koulikoro, as you rightly mentioned. I had the privilege also to be in the first edition last year that took place here in Mali, and really to be able to observe the change that has taken place before the celebration last year and the celebration this year. And I think my observation really was one, there was a stronger participation and representation of various sector groups. There was really a strong representation from farmer representative, more young people being engaged in this year's World Soil Day. There was heavy representation of government. We had the Minister for Agriculture there, the Minister for Higher Education, and many other government officials, more than we had in our first edition of the World Soil Day last year, 2024. But also we had a very strong representation of the private sector, many various organizations who have various solutions for farmers right here in Mali were able to come and participate in this particular event and showcase various innovations that they have that can be able to drive soil health in the context of Mali. So I think visiting the various booths yesterday and seeing the various innovations that exist there in terms of what can be done to be able to advance soil health in Mali was really interesting for me. I've also been able to visit the lab in the institution that can be able to test various solutions around soil and able to assess the soil chemical properties, be able to assess the soil physical properties, but also the soil biological properties, because all these three are key components of a good soil and a healthy soil. Mm-hmm. So really reflecting yesterday about the theme that was chosen for 2025, healthy soils for healthy cities. I think there was no better choice of a venue and there was no better choice of participants. It was really a great event, and I think that ended with a very strong commitment from various sector, various partners in terms of how we can be able to advance the soil health here in Mali.
It's a good impression.
Thank you.
Thanks for your answer. So during the day, we saw many sessions talk and visit to the STEM lab. Like you said, what aspect do you think was the most important for the young and the participants?
Yeah, I mean, young people were very well represented this year. Last year, there was a representation for young people, but there was even much more young people in this year's event in Koulikoro. And I think it's important that we continue to invest and ensure young people heavily participate in such initiatives, because, the young people are going to live here longer. So if we have soil degradation increasing, they are going to suffer the brunt for increased soil degradation in the Mali context. And therefore, it becomes very important for the young people to be abreast, to understand the challenges that our soils are experiencing, but also to be part of the solutions that we are creating for our soils here in the Mali region. And so to see young people really not just participating in the event, but actively participating, really following through the sessions, actually asking questions as we went through around the various booths, and really trying to understand how various solutions work and how they can be able to use it in their various sectors they're engaged in. Those who are farmers, asking really how they can be able to interact with the various solutions in the farm, those who play various roles, trying to see how those solutions can be critical and important for their event. Also within the main session, there was heavy representation and participation of young people, really trying to understand what's the context of young people in the Mali context. But also yesterday saw the launch of our national soil health and roadmap, that really demonstrates what vision that has been put in place by various sectors and specifically the government in terms of the various investments and initiatives that will be done over the next couple of months and years to be able to advance the soil health situation in Mali. So really, in general, looking at the young people that participated in yesterday's event, I must really commend them and to urge them to continue keeping up the momentum to ensure that they take advantage of the growing momentum and the growing desire to ensure that our soils are taken care of. As you rightly know, that if we take good care of our soils, it's not just for the present, but also it's where all our food, most of our food is grown.
Yeah.
It's a bedrock not just for food production, but also for our livelihoods and also our future.
Okay, thanks. So for the last questions, after this successful day, what are the next steps or the future plans of soil values?
Absolutely. I mean, the Soil Values is a 10-year program funded by the DGIS and implemented by a wide range of partners. AGRA is one of the partners. We have IFDC, we have SNV, we have Wangen Research, we have a number of other knowledge partners within the program, IITA, International Water Management Institute, ISRIC, and C4 ICRAF, among as many other partners. And over the next 10 years, a series of initiatives have been planned really at the regional level, really trying to ensure that we're able to bring together various sector players, whether it's the input and output market players, whether it's the producers themselves, the farm organizations, to really have a common understanding and a common goal and common push towards advancing soil health. The vision is really big to ensure that we're able to rehabilitate 1.5, 2 million actually, 2 million hectares within the Sahelian region and ensuring that we're able to reach up to 1.5 million farmers within the Sahelian region. So I mean, looking forward in terms of the initiatives that the Soil Values Program has planned over the next period of, it's a 10 years program. We are in our second year now. So over the next remaining 8 years, a lot of initiatives have been planned, really that interfaces with the farmers, with the private sector players, but also with government to ensure that we're able to rehabilitate our degraded soils within the Sahelian region. Here in Mali, I think many that already demonstrated interest and goodwill in advancing the soil health agenda, particularly the focus is yesterday on healthy soils, not just for the rural farmers, but also healthy soils for healthy cities, because what we produce on our soils affects what people consume. They consume it in rural areas, but also consume it in the cities. So I really look forward over the next period of 8 years that the Soil Values Program exists to really work together with many farmers from various regions, working with very closely with various development sector players, private sector players, but also with government to really push forward the needle towards ensuring that we're able to rehabilitate the degraded soils, but also ensuring that we're able to bringing together as many women, as many youth, ensuring that we are really specifically inclusive to be able to advance our soil health agenda.
Okay, thanks. Really, thanks. We are at the end. Thank you so much for coming here in our studio. And we are at the end of our special interview. So we see the great work you are doing at the field with young people, with AGRA, and with many other partners. And I think it's a great thing to make young people interested to soil topic and to get solutions by themselves. It's a really great things you are doing. So really thanks so much thanks for coming in our studio.
I'm really honored to be here. Thank you very much for the invitation and looking forward to a great healthy soils for healthy cities.
It's a pleasure for us. So we are at the end of this special interview. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to Ask Web TV.